everyone, welcome to my channel, Love Storyteller Tarot. My name is Jeanette and this is going to be your new moon reading in Aries on April the 11th, 2021. But before I get into that, I just wanted to go over quickly the full moon reading because I did upload it, but something happened technically. But there was some important messages, really. And being in Libra, obviously it's about relationships and that, all sorts of relationships. Bear with me, I've got a new camera. But what was important, the Justice card came up 3 times in the reading, which, you know, is amazing. What it was saying, overall message was, it could be like, it was about the court system, it was about legal action, so divorces, anything to do with the contract, maybe around this time, and it was about justices and if there was a favourable outcome for you, well, most of it would be in your favour, but if it wasn't and you see it as an injustice, the Spirit was saying, hold your ground, you know, toe the line. It's okay because true justice can take time. What was the most important message, I feel, for that full moon? And what was interesting was it was the vampire energy, and the reading, the 9 of Swords came up, and it was like saying that, you know, your energy is being sucked out of you, the life is being sucked out of you, and obviously the energies can go either way. Either you're doing that to somebody or somebody's doing that to you. And remember that full moon will go on to its fullness again for the 28-day cycle, so that will play out. I'm just so annoyed, I should have just tried to post it, but anyway, so this vampire energy, yeah, and that 9 of Swords was definitely saying, you know, look around you to see who's draining your energy, who's you know, sucking the life out of you, or a project, or you know, a job, a career, anything like that could be doing that also, is what those most important messages were. So I just felt I'd quickly go over that. But now we're going into the new moon, which is new beginnings, and it's on April the 11th. There's something about April the 11th. I don't know what it is, but there's something that's going to be in a positive way, going to be, will show up personally or show up out in the collective because of what's going on, you know, regarding the bigger picture. Because no matter what, whatever's happening collectively will be affecting us, you know, personally in some shape or form. So we've got this new moon in Aries, and where's my glasses? Sometimes I need them, sometimes I don't. Which comes under the Emperor. The Emperor is number 4, which is all about stability and you know, a solid foundation, which last year 2020 was. That's, you know, so if you was planting seeds, whatever you was doing last year will be coming to fruition this year, because this year is the universal five year, which is all about change. So those seeds you planted last year, you'll see those changes this year, in some shape or form, whatever it was for you during 2020. But this energy, Aries, is governs the first house, so you know, you don't have to be an Aries to watch this video. You have a look to see where Aries falls in your chart, and I think it was 22 degrees to 25 degrees, but check yourself, and then you have a look to see what degrees and where it falls in your chart. But it does govern the first house, which is all about I am. It's the I am energy, because you have to become your own emperor, and it can come across selfish at times. But this is all about building your own empire. And so he governs, he comes under, being a boss. So it can be to do with now this will be regarding you, or it'll be regarding, your partner, or maybe your potential partner that you don't know yet. So obviously you don't know what's going on in their life, but it could be a block to what's happening for you two to come together. So it just varies. So, you take, there could be one or two messages, you take what message is for you and you drop the rest. But yeah, very much the father, the earth father, he comes under, and, very strong character. They can be quite hard to deal with, because obviously it's a fire sign. And, especially in reverse, it's like this person can step on people's toes, and not intentionally, usually. It's just their nature. Excuse me, it's just their way of being. But, they can step on people's toes, and it can be like, excuse me, it can be my way or the highway. In where he's concerned, but it's about a father role. So this could be to deal with the masculine, but it's also can be the feminine. We all have the emperor and empress within us, and if he shows up, then it's like saying you need to be focusing on your work. You need to be building your own empire. Oh, I can't get my words out today. Empire. So, and obviously if it's the empress, it's because they marry, they go together. If it's the empress, then, it's all about your home and building your home. But we're talking about him this time around this new moon. And especially regarding that full moon in Libra, which will be about partnerships as well. So that can be business partnerships. But yeah, he represents the father, what's going on. There can be father issues that can be blocking you, can stop you from moving forward. If there was in your childhood, that sort of thing, because, you can have, because he's quite domineering, you can have domineering fathers and or parents that say you need to be doing this. They have a vision for you, and it's like you need to be doing this, you need to be studying this, you need to be going to college and everything. And then if you get a child that's a water sign and is all about going with the flow and imagination and creativity and artists, there'd be a clash, that sort of thing. But those sort of things can affect you in your future when you're trying to find your path. And this very much at the moment is all about people finding their truth, which the Libra full moon was all about, finding your truth, speaking your truth, not being afraid of that, because there's domineering energies out there in the consciousness, collective of the consciousness, and there's not so nice energies out there, and you have to be discerning. But he can be a strong husband, a strong partner, but like I said, they can be quite hard. They're not very diplomatic, and they can step on people's toes, really. And with that, I pulled the archetype, which is the hero and the heroine. The light attribute is passion for a journey of personal empowerment. So, and you'd need this energy to do that, like I say, and sometimes you have to become selfish in a way. You have to be focused on yourself. You've got to get all your ducks in a row before you can move out there and bring other things into your life. But it's saying that the shadow attribute is escapism and a false sense of heroism. So you've got to look to the light and the shadow of this archetype, really. Like I said, in reverse, that's somebody like is not not stepping into their power. They're not building their empire. You know, they're letting their shadow of their past dominate them, and they're not being able to, you know, and in reverse, like I said, it's like stepping on people's toes, that sort of thing. So that's the energies that's going to be around for this new moon. But new moon is beginning, you know, we're going on a journey, the hero's journey, the heroine's journey. I think there's somebody called Joseph Campbell, I think. I've not read the book myself, but I think he does the hero's journey or something like that. And you know, these guys are male and female. These guys are wanting to reach the peak, you know, going up to the top, and the mountains are very spiritual because they're near the sky. They're near you know, that energy. So, but let's have a look, see what the tarot would like to say regarding this new moon. Please, Spirit, most important messages. Now, this is regarding love, but, you know, love is the essence of love. So it can be romantic, family, friendship, whatever it is, especially after that full moon. But I do feel, sorry to keep going back to the full moon, but I just feel it was, you know, going to have an impact on this one. And that vampire energy, it's like there might be quite a lot of breakups, there might be arguments on that day. I'm trying to remember the rest of it, but let's stick to this new beginning. Oh yes, so we've got the Ace of Swords, which is all about a new concept, thinking differently, coming up with something different. So you know, you need to be aware around this new moon, because like I said, it's a new beginning. You might be getting ideas about a business because of the Emperor, about a business, about your work in some shape or form, or how you want to, you know, run the family. But this is maybe something unusual, because we are in the Aquarian age now, which is, you know, thinking outside of the box, innovative ideas, different things. And they're saying about a film in Serendipity. They're showing me when the guys are sat on the plane, and he says, you know, be prepared to be called foolish or a jackass, I think they call it in America, when you get, you know, when you're following your path, when you're getting an idea that's something that's outside of the box. And remember that this idea won't be out there, it will be a new idea. So, and it will be coming from your higher self, and it's about seeing something, a new concept, a new perception on a situation. So whatever you're going through. Oh yeah, because we've got the Page of Pentacles, and she's about so I'm picking up on children or childhood, because she's about study and studying something new, something practical that will bring good fortune. So, but yeah, she's about education and study, you know, starting a class, starting something new, especially next to the Ace of Swords, a new idea. Like I said, a new idea, a new concept, something new. You might need to study that, or if it's not you, maybe it's your partner wanting to, you know, they have an idea and they need to, you know, what's the word? Well, you need to like go to school. You need to study. You need to train at something. So you need to get that information. Even though it might be a new idea, it might be an old idea, but a new way of putting it. And, you know, Spirit might put that into your head. Or for others, this might be about, you know, speaking your truth. Speaking your truth, and it could be to do with the child and maybe something about school and a new idea around that, because you know the world is changing. It's not like it was. So the school education is going to be changing. I just sense that this new moon is for some reason it's about business, and you know, and yes, this is the love reading, but it feels as though it's about doing something and, yeah, inventing something. So coming up with something different, because this is it's all about being fulfilled, feeling happy. And when you are, you know, your world will work better. Don't look to others to make you complete or happy. It's about how you feel, you know, be accountable, take responsibility. So if there's somebody, even if it's a child, if there's somebody moping around and, you know, not knowing what to do, or a partner or whoever's important to you, then, you know, they need to be following their own heart and doing what makes them feel good. And if everybody takes responsibility, obviously little children, they can't, they're babies, but we learn from them. But yeah, so it could be that. It just feels like there's an innovative idea that's going to be given to you or to a partner, and it's to study that and look at that. Don't dismiss it, is what they're saying. So if any of you, and like I said, the education system is all going to be changing. It's all going to be different. It's going to be more in a creative way, community way, smaller way. I don't, you know, the vision is that I see, or I've been given, is there isn't the schools like it used to be. It's going to be different in some shape or form. So, and then we've got the Ace of Pentacles. Like I said, this idea brings something new, something that's going to bring, you know, fruition. It's something solid, and because aces are about a new beginning. So we've got two aces either side of this page, and yes, this can be a physical, tangible message, i.e. a text message, or it's something in its early stages, something new because it's a page, or it can be a message, you know, a new idea, a new way of communicating, that brings this new beginning, brings this new start. And this is something concrete, you know, something concrete, something tangible, something you can build upon. So be very aware around that new moon. It's going to be, if you've been asking and praying for a new start, a new beginning, something that's more solid, a foundation that, you know, that's not going to, because we're dealing with different energies now, and you want something that's different to build on. So just checking my camera because it's a new one, so bear with me. The world, yeah, so I'm not sensing more about a past. This is more about what's coming in. This, it feels like a flow. This new beginning, this fresh start, something concrete. You know, this can be a home if that's what you're wanting. So, but you might have a new idea about, you know, it might only be for one person, but somebody who's an architect who draws might come up with a new home or a new way of building something. I don't know. And because it brings a completion and a new world, a new start. It completes something, and it helps the world. I'm getting is what Spirit's saying. It helps the world. It just doesn't help you. It helps the world. Something around this idea. I don't know what this idea is. It will be different for everybody, but there is an idea. There's a new concept. that will help the world, and it's your duty to, trust that and follow that, because we're talking about a hero's journey here. It's about, what's the thingy again? Passion for a journey of personal empowerment, and hence why it's the Emperor energy, because you need that energy to go on this mission. It feels like a mission of some kind, but it's important. It's going to affect you personally, but it's also going to bring new things to the world, because the world is changing. What's at the heart of the matter regarding this new moon is the Seven of Pentacles, which is, it's like a weight. He looks fed up to me on this card. He's like, for God's sake, how much longer? I've worked hard, and where's the rewards? Where's the rewards? And maybe this idea is going to bring the rewards, because you've got the Pentacles, Pentacles, and Pentacles. It's something that's going to be earthed, and it's going to be, it can be to do with the earth. It looks as though he's planting something. He's planted things, and he's outside. And what's interesting to me is that there's only 3 coins that's shining bright, that's lit up. The other 4, which can represent the 4 of Pentacles, where, it's holding on to something too tightly. It's about control, that sort of thing. These 3 is the collaborating card. The 3 of coins is, teaming up with somebody. So, and maybe you might need to do that, but it's getting near, it's harvest time, reward time is getting near. It's what's at the heart of the matter. Oh, yeah. And the 8 of Swords is that you can free yourself. You can free yourself, or this person, whoever it is. This might be talking about your partner, family member, friend, whatever. You can free yourself for this new start. You just literally, it's your mind that keeps you entrapped, and those are really loose. The sword of truth is right in front of her. It's right in front of her. That's all she's got to do, is take the blindfold off and take the gift. The gift is an idea. It feels like people get an idea and they think, oh, that'll never work. It's that sort of energy. Well, yes, it will. It will. It might seem way out there. It might seem out of the box. But this idea has been given to you, or somebody close to you, that's, going to produce something for you. And this is about, which one of these coins. So you might have tried quite a few things. It could be, it's like, well, which one of those things is going to bring the harvest to me? So it could be that, it could be decision times, because that's what's at the heart of the matter. But there will be a way. There will be a way. Yeah, so this is about networking, socialising, which has been a bit difficult, hasn't it? Well, here in the UK it flipping well has, but don't get me on my soapbox about that. But yeah, this is all about social. So you need to, if you haven't been, and I know it's been difficult, you need to be socializing, you need to be networking, or you will need to regarding this new idea, but you need to develop it first before that can happen. But yeah, and that can represent what's going on in the world at the moment, so this might be more of a collective reading than it is a personal reading. But what are they trying to say here? yeah, it's they're saying there's a new idea that's going to help the world. But maybe in reverse, that's not so positive and not so negative. Maybe it's about not revealing that just yet, not networking just yet. Or and the Emperor turns up in the reading. So yeah, because this could be to do with children. I don't know. Like I said, this could be only for one or two people. I really don't know. But yeah, this is about the father, or a father figure, or a boss, somebody, but he's looking at the children, and part of him is reminiscing. So it could be regarding love, it could be if there's been a separation, that sort of thing, maybe a new way of thinking about how to deal with that, because like I said, that full moon, there was about divorce and you know, legal battles, things like that. Yeah, because this is about coming back from a journey, but it's not. There's something like a child again, but it feels like because of the situation out there. I don't think it's because of you or your partner, or you know. I think it's because of the situation out there. Because this is somebody coming and giving, you know, good news, which gives you enthusiasm. You know, it makes you think, oh yeah, come on, let's do this. But in reverse, it's not saying that, and it goes with the Three of Cups that's in reverse. But that's the only cups we've had. So this is more. You have to free yourself for this new beginning. And these need to be turned up the other way. Let's see what's going on underneath. How's that doing? The last one. Oh, we've got the King of Coins here, but he's in reverse. Now in reverse, he's not. He's like, how can we put this? Well, either not making money, and that's not making him happy. Because he's all about the physical world. He's all about your home, your finances, you know, a business, and, you know, very practical, down to earth businesses, not like the King of Wands, who's a visionary. But I mean, obviously we have all the kings and queens within us, but yeah, in reverse, he's holding on to his money, which, you know, and maybe this is about an investment or something, but he's holding on to his money because of what's going on out in the world, and not wanting to take a risk. Maybe it's something like that. But yeah, he can be he comes under the Four of Pentacles as well. Like he can be stingy and not generous, because this is a generous person, upright, not generous. But there may be a reason why they're doing that. But let's take a look and see what the other cards want to say. Oops. Yeah, it's something to do, because that's in reverse as well. Something to do with independence. Something to do with, yeah, independence. And that's about what Spirit's saying now, is about large-scale businesses. Maybe not the right time. So it could be that the message is it's not the right time for large-scale businesses. So whether it's you or somebody else thinking about that because of building your empire, you've got to get the timing right. The timing needs to be right. Because if you don't get the timing right, things can go wrong. So that's what they're saying about that. It's not so much negative. It's about, with these in reverse as well, because if the timing was right, you know, this would be upright, and it would be saying, look, come on, I've got this idea. I think this will, you know, get us out of this situation, because everybody's having to. It's what's the word? It's I'm thinking disembobulated, which means like like the mind. There is a word, I can't think of it, but it's like the mind. It's thrown into, oh, like, is this true? Is that not true? Is this right? Is that not right? That sort of energy. But let's get some clarification with the Angel Tarots on top. How's that doing? Yeah. Oh, Knight of Cups. So on this one, so yeah, and this is about spirituality. So it might be a new idea around love, how you look at love, how you look at romance, how you look at a partner. And on these ones, it's the angel, you know, spirituality. But what I see in this card is this is like, to me, there's this flower. He sat down and the cup is separate to him, but it's like he's daydreaming, because he's very much, this can be like, what's the word? Idealistic. And this is like, to me, it's the off the petal. He loves me not. He loves me not. That sort of saying. Or she loves me not, depending on who's watching the reading, and but obviously, you know, whoever you're with. So that's what I feel here. There's a new way of thinking regarding this Knight of Cups, because you have to be careful, because they offer something, but they've got to back it up with their words, you know. They've got to back it up with their words, is what they're saying. So if this is about love, and, you know, it comes in, he or she. I'm so sorry, I don't know when the camera cuts out. It only seems to go for 30 minutes, so I'm going to have to look at that. So sorry if I'm going back over it, because I don't know when it cut out. I did check at 30 minutes, but just quickly go over it. Yeah, something about this could be, you know, a partner. There could have been a separation of some sort. Whether that's just recently or whether that's, you know, a long time in the past. But it's saying, you know, the angel of the past is about looking at the past. You're being called to look at the past, how you viewed relationships, how you got to where you got to, or the situation where you got to. You know, how did we get here is what they're saying. But it can be about giving somebody a second chance. So that the video is going to have to be, I do hope I've got everything in. Yeah, Six of Swords, there is a resolution, and that's, you know, on the World card, there is a resolution. So something can be, because this is the Saturn card, but the Judgment card is all about like a decision to make about this fresh start. It could, that's what I was saying, it could be whatever I said at the beginning, could be to do with a property, a home, or a job, anything like that. But we do have the Knight of Cups here, and this is saying there is resolution, or there will be resolution. This could be the energies coming in. You know, this is about moving away from something that was troubling and upsetting, stormy waters, but, you know, that is going to change. And it's something to do with this King of Pentacles, maybe because the books and the thingy underneath, maybe he's awakened and is learning something about himself, about the way he has behaved. And because remember, we're going on a heroine's journey. So it could be that. So things can transform and change, but this is about moving away from those sort of thinking, beliefs, whatever it is. Oh my goodness, the Emperor's come up again. So the Emperor is here, obviously, because we started the reading off, but we've got the Emperor down here, which is at the foundation. He is a number 4, the base of something, but there is something either around children that needs to be sorted, and their independence, or something to do with a separation and your independence because of having to build something different. But it's definitely about this king because he's come up twice in the reading, and the heart of the matter is the Emperor has shown up as well, and he is the angel of wisdom. That's what I'm saying. Whatever you've gone through or he's gone through, it's about around fatherhood, around the past, around what's happened with a father carer, anything like that, you know, or a male masculine energy. It could be your uncles, your brothers, that sort of thing. It'll be different for everybody. But yeah, he showed up at the heart of the matter with the 7 of Pentacles, which is he's learned something. He's learned something, or because you could class it as the present, he's learning something about himself. And this Emperor and this King of Pentacles is the same in one. I think. That's what I'm sensing. Yeah, it's the Temperance card, the Angel of Peace. And, you know, the 8 of Swords is about freeing oneself, but it's freeing oneself from the thoughts, the negative thoughts, and that keep you down, or, you know, if you're in a couple, then keeping the partner, you know, your partner and their thoughts, and that's affecting the relationship. So, but like I said, you can free yourself. You can come into a place of peace, and to do that, you know, this is like turning lead into gold. This is like thinking differently, because we've got it here. It's about thinking differently about what the Knight of Cups is about, or how you show up as the Knight of Cups. Like I said, their action, there has to be actions, there has to be, otherwise there's consequences. There has to be congruency between what one's saying and what one is doing. But you can free yourself by asking, you know, the Angel of Peace to come to you, and by transformation of turning your lead into gold. But we've got major arcanas here that's going on now, or will be in the present and in the future. Yeah, the past is the past, they're saying, because we've got the Angel of the Past is coming up. But yeah, this card is the Knight of Swords. It's you know, here it says drama. So there's been some sort of drama in the past regarding a situationship, or a relationship, a romantic relationship, or anything, because this is about friendship. So it seems like somebody said something, because this is a card of celebration. It seems like somebody said something, and it could have been on a night out, you know, it's the cups, it's or somebody said something about someone's friend. There seems to have been some sort of argument around this conflict, because there's drama, and this night can cause drama because they come in with, they say what they say, and without thinking about it really, which is what I said about the Emperor. There doesn't seem to be any sort of diplomacy. What's interesting, that when I looked at this card, is that his legs go out here. This is a man who feels empowered, and it's his way or the highway sort of thing, or, you know, it's very strong character, someone who believes in themselves, and but they believe they're doing something for the right reason, for the greater good, and on isolation on the Emperor here. So this person is going through a time of isolation, because it's the Five of Coins. It's like that feeling left outside left outside of things, or left out of the family, left out of to do with the children. If this is to do with, you know, separation or anything, it's to do with the children, or the children have you know, dissociated themselves with him, if they're older children, and he's reminiscing about the past. But there seems to be, you know, some sort of feeling isolated from the situation for him, and he will come under Aries, or the fire signs, you know, as well. But yeah, and there we go, we've got the World again. So yeah, moving away from a troubled world or trouble events and moving to something a lot calmer. And we have the Angel of Success. So there is going to be success in whichever way, and completion, whether this is this person, whether it's a father or a husband, whoever it is, this masculine role. Or you, if there's been a separation, and if it's you that's having to go through, you know, and be mother and father in the situation. But there seems to be something around children, and Queen of Pentacles, comfort. Pentacles again, so a lot of pentacles coming up in this reading. So very earthy, very, very things happening. Like I said, year 5 of change, definitely things are happening, and you can see them, you can feel them. So probably lots of, if there has been separation, divorces, you know, there's a change of home, and the children need to, you know, adapt to that. So it could be that, you know, that, like I said, but that would be about changing schools. You know, there's a lot to deal with, is what Spirit's saying. But it is part of the hero, the heroine's journey. It is making you the person you're meant to be, or setting you on a path that's going to bring you, you know, put you where you're meant to be, is what they're saying. But yeah, this is all about comfort, and this upright is. So it could be because it's in reverse and there has been a separation. If you're single, this could be what's going on with the partner that you're going to align to. So if it's not you going through this, it could be your future partner. They're going through this, having to sort out, you know, those mundane everyday tasks before you two can come together. So like I say, it might not be representing you, but this could be confirmation of what somebody else is going through, especially if you feel lonely. You know, this is what they're going through. They feel lonely and isolated too, and thinking about, you know, their past, and what's happened in their past. How, I don't know if they'd be thinking, can I do it differently? But they would need to, because to move forward with somebody else, you need to recognise the mistakes you've made and how you could have done something differently, and then you're given another opportunity to do it differently, you know. But it is about that, and it might be that you're needing to, you know, it's all about reaching a place where this is upright. Both of these are upright. So it feels like there's a transition of what's going from one world into another. But let's have a look. I just checked this camera, bear with me. Like I said, it's a new one, and it cut off in half an hour. So I don't know what that is. Something is cut off. It's a time thing. So maybe that's to do with the reading as well. Aries is like go-getter. Let's have a look. Yeah, something that's ending. You know, this idealistic, romanticized version of the Knight of Cups, the fantasy of my knight in shining armor sort of thing, you know, because that hasn't worked in the past, and they're saying that's coming to an end. Or for some, this is on hold. This is on hold. So a delay of some sort, and that could be for many reasons. The heart of the matter. Oh, there's news. Like I said, there's that Libra energy was something about a contract, the justice, the court system, that sort of thing. But yeah, there's some news coming from this Emperor that's going to move the situation forward, either for you or for them in some shape or form. But yeah, this could be it's a message of some kind, you know, or a contract or an invitation of some kind. So it's communication from this Emperor. This is a strong person. He would be classed as a strong person, a domineering person, I suppose even arrogant, can be that way. But yeah, this King of Pentacles is deep in thought about something, and not wanting to make the same mistakes. So may not be saying something, or they're going through a stormy time themselves. Maybe they are going to say what they're actually coming thing. But yeah, this is I think that's more of a behaviour, cunning sort of way of dealing with things in the past, because she's the angel of the past, and it's like you're being called to do something differently, and it's not a judgment on their character, it's about their behaviour is what I'm hearing. And there's something that's not known yet, and you need to be patient. So if there's something delayed, then you need to be patient, because true justice sometimes takes time. So you need to be patient about something that's unknown to you, or it was in the past. You needed to be patient. Is that one of your things, life lessons that you're learning this lifetime, is to be more patient, to let things unfold? But yeah, needing to be strong to get out of this hold, this mental way of thinking. These are old patterns of behaviour, old ways of thinking that need to be changed to find peace. You've got to be bold and step out. Just step out of that prison, self-imprisoned situation. Yeah, and this is regarding, you know, finances, money, investments of some kind. And for some, that can be to do with books, literally, you know, sometimes these cards are literal. But yeah, there's something, a big change for this Emperor. This father, whoever this person represents, you know, there's a big change for him, but he's needing to go through. He needs to, what I'm hearing is that he needs to, the shoe needs to be on the other foot, and he needs to feel what it feels like to be put out into the cold. So when people have tried to come to him and sort things out, and he dismissed them, he needs to know what it feels like to be shut out of So it could be to do with children, and maybe you're making the decisions or something, and he needs to know what that feels like. Or whether it's to do with, as a partnership, and they, it's their way. So they go ahead, they make all these plans, and they start to build things on their vision without even discussing it with you. It's that sort of energy. And then they're like shocked when they say, oh, well, I had the plans that what we were going to do. And it's like, oh yeah, would you like to share that with me? So then they're shocked because, you act that way. And so this person needs to feel what it feels like to be on the out, not know what's going on, and to feel what it feels like to be, hurt, that sort of thing. That's what I'm feeling, because this is about cutting something out. It's big change for this person on here. Big change, and there needs to be a change. So there needs to be a loss of some sort to wake this person up, to get them to go on their hero's journey. Because it just feels like the shoe needs to be on the other foot, is what Spirit's saying. And I don't know how that is represented for you personally, but that's what they're saying there. The shoe needs to be on the other foot for completion, for success to happen. This is in the here and now. This is what's got to happen now. So it seems like there might not be some good news from this Earth sign, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, but may have an Aries moon or something. I don't know, whatever it is. But there's might be there's not clarity on the message that comes, or it's you giving it, but I think it's them. Unless you are the king, unless you're watching this and you are the King of Pentacles. But yeah, there's a new pathway, there's a new road, but it's not being travelled just yet. Or it will open up because something's completed itself. So how are we doing? Oh my goodness, yeah. Okay, and we've got the woman at the bottom, and which is understandable because we do have the Queen of Pentacles, which again is the Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, like Superwoman, very practical, very down to earth, can do many things, multitasker. But she's great at cooking, decorating, running the home, that sort of thing, multitasking. But it's something around independence. It could be this person wants to, there can be, I don't know, I'm getting something about, I don't want to say spiteful, but maybe it is. They don't want you to be independent. They don't want you. They want you to be where they can see you, sort of thing. So there's a bit of control there. That's what Spirit is saying. Let's see what the romance angels would like to say. Most important messages for this new moon in Aries from the romance angels. Oh, there we go. Past life. Yeah, a past life relationship. You have known each other before. Yeah, it feels very strong energies. And we do have, but there's something with Fox on there. It's a bit cunning. So either they're a bit cunning and that's their behavior pattern. They're not like direct, instead of just saying, oh, I'm sorry for what I did. I'd like to take you out again on a date. I'd like to, see if we can work this out. Instead of doing that, they'd use all tactics to be cunning to get to that point. Do you know what I mean? And that's what they need to change. But it's saying, are you prepared to give that person a second chance? Or that's going to be coming up in the future if you look at it that way. But yeah, there's a very strong past life. Or it could be somebody new. If you're single, this could be somebody coming in, but you've had a strong past life connection with them. and it will be about you being really, really clear and really aware of they have to be congruent. What they're saying and what they're doing has to match. You know, you've got to not have your heads in the clouds. You've got to be like really grounded. And it's saying let your friends help you, ask for accept support from others. So I don't know if in the past there was some sort of fallout because of a relationship with friends, and you couldn't see eye to eye about it. Maybe they were warning you, that sort of thing. But yeah, it's saying, you know, ask for support when this person comes in, or if you're dealing with this person now. Yeah, and there is a reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning. It's not only a past life connection. This can be an ex that's coming back because there's unfinished business. Something needs to be sorted out. One of those lessons was knowing what it feels like to be put out into the cold, you know, what it like to be rejected, to be abandoned. Because you need to know what it feels like. And but so this can be somebody that you've actually had a relationship with that is coming back, and you're going to need support with that, whatever that means to you. But you need trusted friends, you know, because there are people that don't want to see you happy in that way. So you need to be, someone's coming back. There's a higher purpose to it, but you've got to be on the ball. Or it could be for some, this is a past life connection, you're being reconciled this time because of your past life. So you know, it'll be one way or another for you. Let's have a look, see what the angels want to say. I was going to get some clarifying cards on something, was I? Oh yeah, let's get some clarifying cards on here. Let's just have a look, see what that says. Okay, some clarifying cards on the Emperor down here, because he is the reading. Sadness, yeah, there's some sadness. That's why the Five of Pentacles is there, is disappointment and loss. Yeah, there you go. She's feeling sad because of this situation, or will be, whether that's from that full moon in Libra on the 28th of March, I don't know. And then this is what's going to be playing out for the whole month. Yeah, there's some, and he's thinking, he's in deep thought. He's having to think about something he said or did, and he has to come out. He has to be, you know, because that can be like the Emperor energy, but he has to see something differently, and that could be, you know, it says officer, so it literally could be somebody, if you know them, and they are in the you know, forces or police, military, whatever. That could be for a few people, but yeah, there's sadness. There's been a split of some kind because of the reconciliation card. Let's see what the Aquarius angels want to say regarding this situation. Oh, there we go, soulmate. So yeah, there definitely is a soulmate from a past life. And I could go into a lot, but I'm writing in my book about what soulmates are and my perception of them, because obviously, you know, it's different for everybody, but just from my experience. But yeah, this is a soulmate, and it's important, whatever the issue is or whatever needs to be healed, it is important. And I think it's good not to get caught up in labeling it in any shape or form. Just know that it's an experience that's important at this moment in time. Yeah, let go. So that's the advice. Let go. And, you know, if you've been calling in your soulmate, or, you know, whatever you want to call it, you've got to let go. You've got to let go and let the universe, if you're single, you've got to let go and let the universe bring this person in. So there is going to be, you're going to reconcile with somebody from your past life, and maybe you're sensing them already, and maybe you need the support of your friends, or it could be your friends that bring you together, that the universe is saying, you know, let go of any expectations of who that person is. Let's see what the Akashic Tarot wants to say. I'm sorry, this will run over a little bit. Yeah, we've got the Five of Roses here, you know, which is like the sort of like the Five of Cups, but it's Cupid's arrow, and it's going to land where it's going to land, basically. And, you know, like she's looking for it. So I feel what they're saying there is don't look for it, is what they're saying. I think it's their way of saying don't look for it. Let the universe bring it to you. Yeah, never-ending story. Because that's it. It's, you don't want to. You've got to think differently about this, you know, about relationships, the knight in shining armor, that sort of thing. You've got to think differently, and don't think that, because it's like never-ending story, it never ends. So it can be in a negative, if it's a karmic soulmate, it can be in a negative way, that it's a never-ending story, it's a repeat of the old patterns, and, you know, you've got to get off that wheel of karma. Or it can be a never-ending story that, you know, you've met many past times before, past lives, and reconciled before, which can be in a positive way. So it can be either way for you. But let's see what they want to whisper to you. Whisper of love. Oh dear, sorry, I need my glasses back on. Spend some quality time together. It is imperative that we spend quality time with those who are in significant relationships, with listening and talking to each other. Yeah, it's very important to spend that time together, opening up your heart and seeing whether you can reconcile. It's about being authentic and telling the truth. It's 46, which breaks down to a number 1, which is a new beginning. And then, you know, the Emperor, the first house, Aries sort of energy. But yeah, you need to spend some quality time, not 5 minutes in between feeding the kids, etc. You know, or if you're single and you've just met somebody new, you've got to spend some quality time getting to know somebody. Let's have a look. True healing occurs when I give myself permission to feel whatever feelings live below the triggers. So that's what that's saying. You've got to spend some quality time together, talk about it, give each other, from the beginning, give each other the space, right? Say for 15 minutes, you say what you need to say. I will just listen without feeling triggered. And even if I do, I'm not going to say anything, and then vice versa. And then you talk about after. You've got to really listen, and then you've got to talk about after what triggered you, so that true healing can occur. There we go. I do hope those messages help, and please like, share and subscribe. And the link's below if you would like to reach out for a reading. The link for my website is below. And I'll be back here. I can't remember what it is. Let's have a look. It will be the April 26th full moon in Scorpio. I might start doing weeklies, but we'll see. I'm sorry, this camera switches off after 30 minutes. So I'm hoping I can join this all together, and it will be okay. But if it isn't, bear with me. This is my first time using it. but wishing you lots of love and clarity on your situation. Namaste.